Someone is planning to kick you out by using. My beloved child, there is a reason your eyes stopped on this message today. This is not a random moment, and it is not something to brush aside. Someone around you has been quietly creating distance where there should have been trust. They have been moving pieces without making noise, hoping you will not notice until it is too late. But listen carefully. The plan they believed would remain hidden is beginning to crack. Tiny signs have already appeared, but you may have ignored them because they seemed too small to matter. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. What you are about to hear may explain the strange feeling that has followed you recently. The feeling that something is changing behind your back. The feeling that a door is being touched by hands you cannot see. Don't skip. Every word matters. A silent battle is taking place, and the shocking part is that it is happening closer than you think. Someone is trying to convince others that you no longer belong where you are. Not because you failed. Not because you are weak. But because your presence makes them uncomfortable. You carry something they cannot imitate. You have remained standing through situations that should have broken you, and that alone has become a problem for them. While you were focused on moving forward, they were focused on finding ways to move you aside. Yet there is something they never expected. They thought you would remain unaware. They thought you would never see the pattern. But the truth has a strange habit of appearing when people become too confident. Something huge is waiting for you, and the next revelation changes everything. The very thing being used against you may become the reason their plan fails completely. There is one detail that cannot be ignored. Recently, certain conversations have felt different. Certain reactions have felt forced. Certain smiles have carried an energy that did not match the words being spoken. You sensed it but could not explain it. My beloved child, trust that feeling. Not every closed door is rejection, and not every friendly face is support. Sometimes life allows hidden intentions to reveal themselves little by little so that you can recognize them without fear. The person making these plans believes they are controlling the outcome, but they cannot see what is already happening behind the scenes. Pieces are shifting. Secrets are becoming heavier. And very soon, someone will say something they were never supposed to say. When that moment arrives, everything will begin to make sense. Don't skip. Stay till the end of this journey. Because the next part contains the clue they desperately hope you never discover. Something huge is waiting for you. A strange shift is already beginning, my beloved child. The person who thought they were several steps ahead is becoming careless. When people believe they have complete control, they often make the mistake that exposes everything. Right now, you may think nothing has changed, but look closely. Small cracks are appearing in places that once seemed solid. A conversation that feels out of place. A reaction that arrives too quickly. A detail that does not match the story you were told. These are not accidents. These are clues. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. The truth is moving toward the surface faster than anyone expected. And the person trying to push you out has no idea that their own actions are creating the evidence that will reveal them. What makes this situation surprising is that the plan was never really about removing you. It was about replacing what you represent. Your determination, your resilience, your ability to keep moving when others stop, those qualities cannot be copied. Someone watched you receive opportunities, attention, trust, or respect, and they quietly convinced themselves that they deserved your place. Instead of building their own path, they started focusing on yours. But every plan built on comparison eventually collapses under its own weight. Don't skip. This next part is important. The same people who once listened to their words are beginning to notice inconsistencies. Questions are being asked. Doubts are appearing. And the person behind the scenes is becoming nervous because they can feel the atmosphere changing. They know something is slipping away from them, but they do not know how to stop it. My beloved child, there is a reason you have felt exhausted at times without understanding why. You have been carrying the weight of unseen tension. Even when nobody spoke directly against you, your spirit could sense that something was not right. Yet here is the revelation that changes everything: you were never as alone as they believed. While they were focused on creating obstacles, other people were quietly observing. While they were building a story, others were noticing the gaps in it. And while they were planning your exit, another door was slowly opening where they could not see it. Something huge is waiting for you. A moment is approaching when hidden motives will become impossible to hide. The person who expected to watch you leave may soon be forced to watch you rise instead. And what happens next will shock everyone involved. Don't skip. The biggest piece of this story has not been revealed yet. An unexpected moment is closer than you realize, my beloved child. The person working behind the curtain believed they had enough time to finish what they started. They thought they could slowly influence opinions, quietly shape perceptions, and gradually create a situation where you would have no choice but to step away. But something has interrupted their confidence. A detail they overlooked. A person they underestimated. A truth they could not control. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. The energy around this situation is changing rapidly. What once seemed hidden is beginning to cast a shadow too large to ignore. And when hidden actions become visible, people start asking questions that cannot be avoided. The most shocking part is that the signs have been present for longer than anyone realized. There were moments when certain people acted differently around you. Moments when support felt weaker than before. Moments when opportunities suddenly became more difficult to reach. At the time, each event looked unrelated. But now the pieces are moving together like parts of a puzzle. My beloved child, the person behind this plan never expected the full picture to come together. They depended on confusion. They depended on silence. They depended on nobody connecting the dots. Yet the very thing they relied on is disappearing. Don't skip. This is where everything begins to turn. Someone who once stayed quiet is starting to see what has really been happening. Their perspective is changing, and that change may become the beginning of a powerful revelation. What comes next will surprise even those who thought they understood the situation. The person attempting to push you aside has become so focused on controlling the outcome that they have stopped noticing what is happening around them. Their attention is fixed on one goal, while opportunities are quietly gathering in a direction they cannot reach. Something huge is waiting for you. A door they tried to close may lead you towards something far greater than what you would have had before. And when the truth finally emerges, people will wonder how they failed to see it sooner. My beloved child, do not lose confidence now. The story is not ending where they expected. In fact, the most important chapter has not even begun. The next revelation will expose the hidden weakness in their entire plan, and once that weakness is revealed, nothing will remain the same. Don't skip. The biggest turning point is still ahead. A powerful turning point is now beginning to form, my beloved child. The person who believed they were controlling every detail is starting to feel something they never expected: uncertainty. For a long time, they moved confidently because nobody challenged their version of events. Nobody questioned their motives. Nobody looked beneath the surface. But that season is ending. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. The hidden weakness inside their plan is becoming impossible to ignore. They built everything on the assumption that people would continue believing appearances. Yet appearances can only survive for so long before reality starts demanding attention. And reality is getting closer with every passing day. What they fail to understand is that truth does not need to rush. It moves quietly. It waits patiently. Then, when the moment is right, it arrives all at once. Recently, someone has started noticing details that do not fit together. A statement that contradicts another statement. A story that changes depending on who is listening. A reaction that reveals more than intended. These things may seem small, but together they create a picture that cannot be ignored. Don't skip. This revelation is important. The same people who once accepted everything without question are beginning to think differently. Their trust is shifting. Their confidence in that person is weakening. And the individual who planned to push you away can feel it happening, even if they refuse to admit it. My beloved child, there is another secret they never saw coming. Every challenge they placed in your path has been preparing you for something larger. While they were busy trying to limit your future, they were unknowingly strengthening your ability to step into it. That is why you should not fear what is happening now. Something huge is waiting for you. The opportunity approaching your life is bigger than the obstacles standing in front of you. And when the final pieces fall into place, people will realize that the person they tried to remove was actually the one who was meant to remain. The shock will not come from what was done against you. The shock will come from how completely the situation reverses. A moment is approaching when hidden intentions, concealed motives, and silent plans will stand in full view. And when that day arrives, the person who thought they were writing the ending will discover they were only writing the beginning of your rise. Don't skip. The biggest revelation of all is still waiting ahead. The atmosphere around this situation is becoming impossible to control, my beloved child. What was once hidden behind closed doors is starting to move into the light. The person who spent so much time planning, calculating, and positioning themselves believed they could keep every detail perfectly arranged. But there is one thing they never accounted for: the moment when people begin thinking for themselves. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. The individuals who were once influenced by their words are beginning to notice what has been right in front of them all along. They are remembering conversations. They are comparing actions with promises. They are seeing a pattern that cannot be explained away. And the more they observe, the weaker that person's position becomes. A surprising realization is spreading quietly through the situation. The problem was never you. The tension was never truly about your presence. It was about what you represented. Your consistency. Your ability to remain calm during difficult moments. Your refusal to give up when circumstances became uncomfortable. These qualities created something powerful, and someone else became threatened by it. Instead of growing, they chose comparison. Instead of improving, they chose control. But comparison is a fragile foundation. It cracks under pressure. And right now, pressure is increasing from every direction. Don't skip. The next revelation matters. The person behind the scenes is beginning to sense that their influence is slipping away. They may try harder. They may become more active. They may even attempt one final effort to shape the outcome. But every desperate move creates another opportunity for the truth to reveal itself. My beloved child, a moment of clarity is approaching faster than you think. Soon, something will happen that connects all the pieces together. A conversation, a discovery, or an unexpected revelation will cause people to see the entire picture differently. Something huge is waiting for you. The very situation that looked threatening may become the reason new opportunities appear. The door they tried to close may lead you toward a place where your value is recognized more than ever before. And when the full truth is finally understood, many people will be shocked by how much was hidden beneath the surface. The person who expected to watch you disappear from the picture may instead watch you step into a stronger position than before. Hold your confidence. Hold your patience. Because the story is moving toward a conclusion they never predicted, and the final revelation will expose why their plan was destined to fail from the very beginning. Don't skip. The biggest moment of all is almost here. The final stage of this story is beginning to unfold, my beloved child. What has remained hidden for so long can no longer stay in the shadows. The person who spent countless hours trying to shape the outcome is discovering a painful truth. Control is never as permanent as it seems. For a while, they believed everything was working. They believed the pieces were falling exactly where they wanted them to fall. But now the situation is moving beyond their reach. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. A shift is taking place that cannot be stopped. The same circumstances they tried to use against you are starting to move in the opposite direction. And every day that passes makes it harder for them to hold everything together. There is something remarkable happening behind the scenes. People are paying attention in ways they never did before. They are noticing effort where they once overlooked it. They are recognizing value where they once saw only familiarity. Most importantly, they are beginning to understand who has been acting with sincerity and who has been acting with hidden intentions. This change may seem slow, but it is powerful. Don't skip. What comes next is the revelation that changes everything. The person who wanted your place focused so much on removing you that they forgot to build trust for themselves. They spent energy trying to weaken your position while quietly weakening their own. Now the consequences of those choices are beginning to appear. What looked strong is becoming fragile. What looked permanent is becoming uncertain. And what looked like your setback is transforming into your advantage. My beloved child, remember this moment whenever doubt tries to return. You were never meant to be defined by someone else's plans. You were never meant to be limited by someone else's opinion of your worth. Something huge is waiting for you. A new chapter is approaching, and it carries possibilities far greater than the obstacle that once seemed so intimidating. The person who expected to write your ending will soon realize they were only witnessing the beginning of your next rise. The truth will stand where confusion once stood. Clarity will replace uncertainty. And the people who once questioned your place will finally understand why you remained. The greatest surprise was never the plan against you. The greatest surprise is what happens after that plan fails. And when that moment arrives, you will look back and realize that every challenge, every delay, and every hidden struggle was leading you toward a future that no one could take away. Stay till the end of this journey, because the biggest revelation is this: what was meant for you was never truly in danger of being lost. A final truth must now be revealed, my beloved child. Throughout this entire journey, your attention has been focused on the person making plans against you. You have wondered what they were doing, what they were saying, and how far they were willing to go. But there is something even more important than their actions. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. The greatest lesson was never about them. It was about you discovering your own strength. Every challenge forced you to become wiser. Every setback forced you to become stronger. Every moment of uncertainty forced you to trust yourself more deeply than before. While they thought they were weakening your position, they were unknowingly preparing you for a future that required greater confidence, greater patience, and greater resilience. The shocking part is that the outcome you feared was never the outcome that was approaching. For so long, your mind may have imagined closed doors, lost opportunities, or unwanted changes. Yet behind those fears, a completely different reality was taking shape. The people who truly matter are beginning to see things clearly. The opportunities that belong to you are still moving toward you. The respect that was questioned is returning stronger than before. Don't skip. This is the moment where everything becomes clear. The person who tried to push you out built their plan on temporary advantages, but temporary advantages never last forever. Eventually, character becomes visible. Intentions become visible. Truth becomes visible. And when that happens, appearances lose their power. The foundation they depended on begins to disappear beneath them. My beloved child, as this chapter comes to a close, remember one thing above all else. You do not need to chase what is already meant for you. You do not need to fear every whisper, every rumor, or every hidden conversation. Something huge is waiting for you. What belongs in your life will remain. What is not meant to stay will leave on its own. The person who spent so much energy trying to control your path will eventually realize they could never control your destiny. And when the dust settles, the truth will stand taller than every misunderstanding that came before it. One day soon, you will look back at this period and see it differently. You will not remember it as the time someone tried to remove you. You will remember it as the moment you discovered how unshakable you truly were. Stay till the end of your story, my beloved child. Because your greatest chapter is not behind you, it is only just beginning.